Good afternoon to our members joining us online. Not to tell you. Oh, is that my voice? Good afternoon to everyone, please. We're trying to test the audio here, please. Confirm that you can hear us. This is one. Testing, 1, 2. Good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests, especially the virtual audience. Please, if you're online, confirm that you can hear me.
Good afternoon, Toastmaster Ajani. I can hear
Yay.
you.
Then Francis, good to hear your voice. We wish you're here though.
I am with you in spirit.
All right, that's nice. Thank you so much. Toastmaster Blessing Popola, are you there?
Yes, good afternoon, Toastmaster Ajani. Good to have you on the call.
Yeah, good afternoon. Our Madam Accountant for today. I hope you're ready.
Yeah, I am. Thank you.
It's gonna be great. Good afternoon, Toastmaster Okechukwu Chibo.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Are you joining us online today or you're still coming on your way?
No, unfortunately, I'll be joining online today.
But
Well,
you're ready.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay,
You
continue.
said something. Yes, so
You're ready to
I
play
made that clearly.
You're ready to play your role as the table topics master, right?
Sure. First time, but I'll give it a shot.
You're gonna do great.
Thank you.
Yeah. So our guests online, thank you for joining the meeting. We're going to be starting very soon now. If you can afford to do so, please turn on your video. The meeting will be starting soon. Okay. We can see Tim John. Can it be clearer than this?
Good afternoon, Toastmasters and our guests. You are allowed to speak back. Good afternoon, Toastmasters and our guests.
Good afternoon.
Oh, thank you. Wow.
Afternoon, Toastmaster
Yes,
John.
fantastic.
Good afternoon.
Can we move forward? Can we move forward? I apologize that you're looking at my face as you're moving closer, but make do with this face for now. Let's move forward in the hope that people will mistakenly walk into this room and fill the back seat. Most people are online. Welcome to our first meeting in 2025. Please, can you put your hands together for yourselves? For those who may not know, we are Toastmasters and we focus on improving your public speaking as well as leadership skills. Despite what you see on this visage, we're actually 100 years old. Please, can you put your hands together for Toastmasters? This is a hybrid meeting, which means we're both physically in the room and virtually present. Please, if you have any device, for those of us in the physical space that looks something like this, can you mute your device, put it on silent, turn it off if you really don't need to have it on. For those in the virtual space, mute your device until you're called upon to speak. We'll give you a few seconds to do that. For those of us in the physical space, if you want to use the restrooms, I recommend you do so before speakers come up to deliver their speeches so you do not distract them. And more importantly, you don't miss any nuggets they are going to drop. I have the privilege of playing the role of Sergeant at Arms today, which means I get to start this meeting. Dear Toastmasters and guests, I encourage you to fully participate in the meeting. If you're moved to cry, please cry. If you're moved to laugh, please laugh, regardless of what you think it sounds like or how you look. Fully engage in the meeting. Now it's my privilege to introduce our president. The president of Seaside Toastmasters is an experienced advertising and business strategist. He serves on the board of some technology-driven. Oh, someone else is stepping in the place of president. This is the beauty of being in Toastmasters. Even if you get information last minute, it's an opportunity to practice. By the way, for our guests, who are first-time guests, fantastic. For our guests, everyone that comes up here to speak, we are all learning. That's what we do here at Toastmasters. If you see anyone in this room, we want to get better. So don't be amazed that, wow, this person appears better than the other person. We are all here to improve. Please keep that in the back of your mind. Now it's my privilege to introduce the person who will be stepping in to take the responsibility of Mr. President, our current Vice President Education of Seaside Toastmasters. He's a health underwriter and actuarial analyst who is passionate about universal health coverage. He is also a Triple Crown Award winner. If you don't know what that is, once he leaves, just go and ask him, please, what does that mean? And how can I get there? Dear Toastmasters and guests, with an invigorating round of applause, welcome to the lectern, Toastmaster Kudus Adebayo.
Thank you very much. Welcome to every one of us. Definitely this year is a year has given us the opportunity to face new challenges and support. Every Toastmasters meeting, what we do is to learn how to develop ourselves as public speakers and leaders. Toastmasters have been doing this since 1914.
24. 1924.
1914. Oh, 1914 was when. That's all. Thank you. And this year celebrated 100. What that means is lots together. For teaching, we take the Toastmasters promise. So I will take the Toastmasters. We want to start with the promise while they can thank you very much. Toastmasters International and my club. Those online, please confirm you can see the promise. Radio.
As a member of Toastmasters International and my club, I promise to attend club meetings regularly, to prepare all of my projects to the best of my ability, basing them on the Toastmasters education program, to prepare for and fulfill meeting assignments, to provide fellow members with helpful, constructive evaluations, to help the club maintain the positive, friendly environment necessary for all members to learn and grow, to serve my club as an officer when called upon to do so, to treat my fellow club members and our guests with respect and courtesy, to bring meetings so they can see the benefits Toastmasters membership offers, to adhere to the guidelines and rules for all Toastmasters educational and recognition programs, to act within Toastmasters core values of integrity, respect, service, and excellence, conduct all Toastmasters activities.
So we have promised.
We have promised.
And that's like. Thank you very much. What is the matter? Okay. Yes. It was 2024. 2025, no promise that it will be less spirit or more. Yeah. Because the roller coaster, no promise that it will be less or more. Actually. Oh. So you do so like confirm you can hear me.
We can hear you now. It was poor initially.
I'm very sorry about that. I'm very sorry about that. All right. I would have said I should start again, but the timer is already looking at me. So as we set the stage for today's meeting and for the year ahead, let's do so with spirit of curiosity, courage, and camaraderie. Thank you very much. For every Toastmasters meeting, we have someone who walk us through the meeting. Some will call the person the anchor, some will call the person the moderator, but we call this person the Toastmaster of the day. And the Toastmaster of the day for today's meeting is an experienced advertising and business strategist. He serves on the board of some technology-driven companies. He's passionate about technology-driven solutions and community service. He joined Toastmasters to improve his public speaking and leadership ability. And he has been improving that, and he has risen to the point that today he is the president of Seaside Toastmasters Club. Please give an invigorating round of applause, invigorating, to Toastmaster Ebube Modi. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Kudos. Adebayo, the Vice President, Education, Seaside Toastmasters Club, for gracefully setting the stage for today's meeting. I'd like to say congratulations to everyone. Please let's celebrate Toastmaster Kudos for masterfully setting the stage. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Good afternoon. I'd like to welcome us to our very first meeting in the year 2025. And it's a privilege for us to have you join us in our very first meeting for the year 2025. And I'd like to kindly request that we kindly reach out to somebody and welcome them to today's meeting. Let's just have a handshake to one or two persons and welcome them to our meetings. Yes, for those online, you can also reach out to somebody and welcome them to our meeting. Thank you so much. So my name is Modi Joel Ebube, and I'm going to be your TMOD for today's meeting. So who is a TMOD? A TMOD is someone who gets to anchor the meeting. So my job is simple. I'm only going to be facilitating the transitioning. I'm also going to just MC the sessions and ensure that we have a seamless experience in the course of our meeting. And the theme of our meeting today is setting the stage. And I'd like to ask, when you hear the word setting the stage, what first comes to your mind? Anybody? If you hear the word setting the stage, yes, anybody from the physical audience? Anyone from the virtual audience? Yes, please. Preparation, amazing. Anyone else, when you hear the word, let's take responses from the virtual audience. When you hear the word setting the stage, what comes to your mind? Oh, amazing. Oh, can you take that again? We can't hear you.
Taking the lead.
Said, taking the lead. Beautiful. Amazing. A lot of us have different interpretations for the phrase setting the stage. For me, I see it as an opportunity to re-engineer efforts, an opportunity to take the necessary actions that are required for us to achieve the desired goals that we intend to achieve. Seaside Toastmasters Club is a club that is dedicated to help members become better communicators and better leaders. And Toastmasters International has created an enabling environment that can help us achieve that purpose for getting to become better communicators and better leaders. Toastmasters is present in over 143 countries, as well as we have over 16,000 clubs scattered across the globe. So perhaps you find yourself in anywhere in the world, perhaps in Canada, perhaps in Francophone countries, Anglophone countries, anywhere that Toastmasters has a footprint on, you have the opportunity to join a Toastmasters club and also participate in their daily meetings. Once again, I'd like to welcome you to today's meeting. So every typical Toastmasters meeting is subdivided into 3 different segments. The first segment is the prepared speech segment. That segment is dedicated more to members, where they get to come up stage and get to present what they have rehearsed with their mentors. So when you onboard yourself as a Toastmasters member, you get to have a curriculum. Toastmaster gives you a curriculum, which we call the pathway. And you get to go through the curriculum with your mentor, and then you get to come off stage to present your speech. Also, the second segment is the table topic segment. That is more dedicated to guests, and we'll be taking guests from the virtual audience, also guests from the physical audience to participate. We will be called up stage to get to also speak on a topic. And then the final stage is the evaluation segment. Now, the evaluation, Toastmaster gives us the opportunity, both the attendees and as well as the evaluator. There's a dedicated evaluator that will be dedicated to a speaker, but we also have the opportunity to evaluate that particular speaker. And that is why in the course of this meeting, we'll be sharing this slip around with us. Now, this slip gives you the power to get to evaluate someone who is going to come on stage to speak. You can just write what you feel that the person had done well, and perhaps you can give some recommendation on what the person can do better. Once again, I'd like to say a very big welcome to today's meeting. Just like the Sergeant at Arms has established, I'd like to reemphasize the need for us to try and see how to work with the ground rules that have been established, mostly when it comes to trying to reduce the walking about in the course of the meeting, and as well as for the virtual audience. I'll also like you to kindly put an eyes on your microphone so it doesn't distract those who are speaking on stage. A lot of us are going to be coming on stage to speak. Some people might be speaking for the very first time in this stage, and some people might be speaking for the very first time in the virtual lectern. I believe we owe them that respect and courtesy to avoid interruption that is going to make them to forget their chain of thought. So I'd like to encourage us, kindly please, but if you must take the call or if you must go out in the course of the meeting, please do it with respect. Toastmasters core values, as has been mentioned in the Toastmasters promise, has to do with integrity, respect, service, and excellence. I'd like to welcome everyone to our meeting today. And to make progress in our meeting, I won't be doing this Toastmaster of the Day job alone. I have a team of seasoned and experienced professionals who are going to be working together. And that person is called the General Evaluator. And the General Evaluator also has his own tag team that he is also going to be working with. And I'm going to be introducing our General Evaluator for today's meeting, who is going to come off stage and tell us his role for what he will be doing and also tell us what we'll be expecting from him. And our General Evaluator for today's meeting is a registered surveyor. He provides surveying services to help individuals and organizations with their land procurement and title registration needs. He is the immediate past president of Seaside Toastmasters Club. His hobbies include playing chess, exploring poetry, and watching sitcom. Please, with a physical round of applause and a virtual round of applause, please let us welcome the immediate past president of Seaside Toastmasters Club as the General Evaluator for today's meeting.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, and our Toastmaster of the Day for the warmth of your introduction. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. How are you doing today? It's good to see a lot of faces here today. A lot of guests, guest Isaac, guest Glory, guest David, right? I don't think I remember that name. But it's good to see you. My name is Ibrahim Ajani, and I am the general evaluator for today's meeting. You see, at Toastmasters, we like to articulate our thoughts properly. We like to elaborate for the sake of emphasis, impact, and clarity. But most importantly, we like to evaluate because we believe that the secret to improving the quality of our communication skills lies in giving, receiving, and applying constructive feedback. It is with that thought in mind that I welcome you to the introductory phase of the evaluation segment of today's meeting. My name is Ibrahim Ajani once again, and thank you for having me. The first person I'll be introducing here is our grammarian for today. He's going to come here to introduce our role to us. Our grammarian for today is someone who clearly knows our onions when it comes to public relations and communications. She's a skilled multimedia presenter with extensive experience in speech writing, event hosting, and voice acting. She has a strong passion and an unwavering enthusiasm for effective communication. She teaches communication skills and leadership skills and also influences people on imbibing these skills. She's an associate of the Nigeria Institute of Public Relations, and she holds certifications in voice acting as well as elocution, among others. With a resounding applause, join me in welcoming to the lectern our grammarian for today, Toastmaster Oluwatosin Alayode.
I know that we have heard a lot of good afternoons, but I will still say mine. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Toastmaster of the day, my fellow Toastmasters, dear guests, and guests joining online. Let me say that I'd like to extend New Year wishes to every one of us, and I hope that it will be a fulfilling year on all sides. I am Oluwatosin Alayode, and I'm elated to be playing the role of the grammarian in today's Seaside Toastmasters meeting. As the grammarian of the day, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers and listening carefully to their language usage. I'll take note of any misuse of the English language as well as the outstanding usage. As a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day and the phrase for the day. And so for today's meeting, the word for the day is extemporaneous. It could be called extemporaneous. It could also be called extemporaneous. Extemporaneous, which means spoken or done without preparation. And so I would give my example as CM Kudos. Excuse me. I was delighted to deliver an extemporaneous speech at the meeting of the Seaside Toastmasters. And I can also say CM John is used to speaking extemporaneously about the art of communication. Please, do we get that, or can I go over again? Oh, okay, thank you so much. Also, I will be keeping track of anyone who uses this word and the frequency of how the word will be used. So I encourage our speakers. So I want to encourage all our speakers to please make good use of this word. And the second part of my duty is to watch out for the great uses of language and opportunities where better words could have been used throughout the meeting. I will present my reports when called upon by the general evaluator. Over to you, thank you so much for the opportunity. Oh, okay. Oh, right. Thank you so much. I have a high over the meeting. Thank you so much.
She's playing the role of the grammarian for the very first time. So let us give her another set of round of applause. Because in any field at all, if you want to be a true professional, you have to learn to speak proper grammar. And thank you very much for explaining your roles to us very well. The next role player I'll be introducing is a captain of industry. Is our timer for today. He's an highly rated top professional in the field of surveying. He's a registered surveyor of the Federal Republic of Nigeria who was trained at the prestigious Federal University of Technology, Minna, Niger State. He's also a real estate consultant. He's a husband and a father to two adorable children. He's passionate about learning, hence his reason of joining Toastmasters. He joined Seaside Toastmasters Club to improve his communication and leadership skills. His hobbies include music, playing chess, and playing tennis. With a resounding applause, join me in welcoming to the lectern, time up for today, Toastmaster Adiola Belagade.
Good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests.
Good afternoon, sir.
Sorry, I'm coming. Let me just hold it. Benjamin Franklin said, "You love life, then do not squander time, because that is what life is made up of." My job today is pretty simple. I'm a timer for today. And in public speaking, it is very important to effectively manage our time. When you're called upon to deliver a speech on a public scene such as this, you are allotted time. And it is very firm to adhere to the time in order to get better at your public speaking. So that is my role for the day. I'll be here to record, to report, and to remind each speaker about the time you are allotted. Okay, for instance, now, if you are allotted a 4 to 6 minute speech, at 4 minutes, I'll be raising this green card. And this green card means you've reached the minimum allotted time for your speech. And on 5 minutes, I'll be raising this yellow card, which indicates that you are halfway to your speech. And if you see this red card, it means you have 30 seconds to round up your speech. I'll be back here to give reports on how well we've effectively managed our time. Thank you very much. Grammarian of the day.
I'm not the grammarian of the day. Thank you very much. Our timer for today. Of course, time management is very important. Now, the next role player I'll be bringing on is the accounter. Is it accounter online? Please confirm. Okay, our accountant for today is an accomplished professional in the field of safety. She's a dedicated safety engineer with a strong commitment to ensuring workplace safety and compliance. She has expertise in risk assessment, safety management systems, and regulatory compliance. She has successfully implemented safety protocols that have significantly reduced incidents in our organization. A proactive approach and attention to details have earned her recognition for excellence in safety practices. With a resounding applause, both physically and virtually, join me in welcoming to the lectern our accountant for today, Toastmaster Blessing Popola.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. I hope you can all see me.
Yes, we can.
Okay. And good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My role as the R counter is to count the number of unnecessary sounds or repetitive words you may use when you are speaking on stage. The purpose of the R counter is to note words or sounds that are used as crutch or purse fillers by those who speak. So during this meeting, I will listen for overused words which include and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for sounds such as ah, and I will note when a speaker uses a phrase or a word such as I, or this means 2 times. And at the end of this meeting, I will repeat the number of times that each speaker used this expression. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Blessing Popola. I am the general evaluator. Toastmaster Blessing Popola, she's playing this role for the very first time. So let us encourage her once again. Thank you very much. We've heard from the timer, we've heard from the accountant, and we've heard from the grammarian. Later, we're going to be getting evaluations from the prepared speech evaluators and also the tape topics evaluator. But for now, that's all we have. But before I go back to my seat, I'd like to explain my role as the general evaluator. As the general evaluator, my role has to do with paying attention to everything that happens from the beginning of the meeting to the end of the meeting. I'll be noticing how engaged the audience were, how organized and structured this meeting ran, and I'll be commending and recommending things we can do better as well. So that's all for now from me. For now, I'll be handing over the control of the meeting back to the anchor of the meeting, the Toastmaster of the day, Kemi Bugo.
Thank you once again, the General Evaluator, the immediate past president of Seaside Toastmasters Club. Please, can we celebrate him once more? Please, please. Yes, let's celebrate him. Thank you so much. The theme for our meeting today is setting the stage. And the year has begun. I believe that a lot of us already have started planning their goals for the year, right? So it may not necessarily just be about the goal, about what you have conceived. It's about process, your ability to take the action that is required, make the necessary sacrifices, make the preparation, and achieve those necessary goals. And just like everybody knows here, for you to set your goals has to be specific. It also has to be measurable. It has to be attainable, and it has to be relevant. And also, it has to be time bound. So you getting to set the goals, you need to also build on your ability to prepare for you getting to reach the destination which you have planned to achieve. And I believe that we have already begun with the action by getting to come for the very first meeting in Seaside Toastmasters Club. So please, can we celebrate ourselves one more time? Yes, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. So at Toastmasters, we celebrate ourselves. We try to celebrate people because that is the only way we can encourage them to do better. That being said, we'll be moving on to the next segment of our meeting, and that segment is the very first segment, which is the prepared speech segment of our meeting. Like I had mentioned initially, the prepared speech segment is a segment that is given to members only. Members come up stage, they go to the rehearsal with their mentors, and then they get to come up stage to present what they have rehearsed. And I would like to encourage us, please, when they come up stage, let's try and encourage them. Let's minimize the walking about. And for those that are online, please keep an eye on your microphone so that we don't distract the people who are coming up stage to speak. And our very first speaker for our meeting today, I'm going to be calling on his evaluator to give us his evaluation resources. And our evaluator has already been introduced. And because of time, I'm going to be calling our evaluator to come and give us his speech objective for Toastmaster Olusegun Ibitoye. Please give him a round of applause as he comes up stage. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Toastmaster Olusegun is speaking from the pathway presentation mastery, level 1, project 3. The project title is Introduction to Vocal Variety and Body Language. The speaker has indicated that he will be focusing on body language. You can either pick vocal variety or body language to enhance your speech. He has indicated that he will be focusing on body language, and that is where I will focus on for my evaluation. If you've had Toastmaster Olusegun speak, you will know about the nuggets he usually do in his speeches. So I'm looking forward to hearing one of those nuggets. Thank you very much. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Oh, no, thank you, thank you. All right, so how many of us have received this slip? Everyone, right? Okay, so this slip it gives you the power to give feedback to the people who are going to come on stage to speak. And in Toastmasters, we believe that feedback is breakfast for champions who want to become better. And the only way we can become better is when you get to note your feedback to us. Please, when they come off stage, please try and see how to note something, some nice words. Toastmasters use the CRC method to evaluate people, which is commend, recommend, commend, right? You can just start with commendation on what they did well, then you can recommend, and then you can then end by your commendation. Our very first speaker is a seasoned architect and founder of Design Catalog Limited, a Nigerian-based firm delivering top-notch architectural and project management services across Africa. Passion for creative, ethical, and high-standard design. He brings over a decade of experience to the table, holding degrees from Obafemi Awolowo University, plus a certificate in entrepreneurial management. He's built a reputation for contemporary and modern designs that prioritize simplicity and boldness. He contributes to industry growth through mentorship and community engagement. And in his free time, he enjoys billiards, socializing, and envisioning innovative projects. And today, he's going to be speaking from the presentation mastery pathway from level 1, project 3. And the speech duration is expected to be a minimum of 5 minutes to a maximum of 7 minutes. His speech title is Jamaica 9. Please, with a virtual round of applause and a physical round of applause, join me as we welcome Toastmaster Olusegun to the right side. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I've been thinking of how to use the word for the day extemporaneously. Well, I guess I've used it already. You're all looking amazing. Please, a round of applause for yourselves. Thank you. Thank you. Imagine being stuck on an island in another country, a foreign land, at the height of COVID-19. This is the story of the Jamaica 9. It was December 2020, and everything went smoothly. A group of people, group of friends, colleagues, they decided that they wanted to go on a trip to Jamaica. That was the height of COVID-19, as I said earlier. Everything went smoothly during the flight, no turbulence, it was peaceful. And then they got to Montego Bay in Jamaica. They were at a resort, an all-inclusive resort. The service was exquisite. It was good, and they all had fun. They all had fun until a day before they were meant to go back to Nigeria. Guess what? They took COVID tests, and 9 came back positive. Imagine being positive in a foreign land at the height of the uncertainties. It got to the point where calls started flying all over. They were calling embassies in Nigeria, the high and the mighty, to allow the 9 people come back. But Jamaica was adamant that these people, they're not going to go because these are the policies. So they held them back. And I didn't mention that when they left from Nigeria, they took a chartered plane because it's not so easy to navigate to Jamaica from Nigeria. So they got to, so the chartered plane came back to pick the other people and left those 9. It was surreal. It was almost like a terrible movie, a horror film. Now, when those calls were going through, there was a particular scenario where in a room, there were 2 roommates. One tested positive and one tested negative. A phone call came in from the authorities, and the guy that tested negative picked the call, and he mistakenly had it on speaker. They told him immediately to take it off speaker, and the other person could hear. They told him to pack his bags in 5 minutes, not do so much, and just leave the room, and leave the other person in the room. Now, the attendants and staff that were very amazing, very receptive, they started giving instructions. We've isolated your floor. There are 3 or 4 people on your floor that have tested positive. If you need anything, just put a phone call through. Don't leave your room. And if you ask for food or whatever, we'll bring it on a trolley to the front of your door. We'll knock 3 times. After 2 minutes, you come out, you pick the tray, don't touch the trolley, go back to your room and stay in your room. It was surreal. These people thought they were going to become refugees in Jamaica. Actually, it was that bad. Now, after a day or 2, ambulances came to pick these people and take them to an isolation center. The name of the isolation center is El Greco. Sounded like a maximum prison name in maybe Panama or Mexico or something. I don't know if anybody has seen Prison Break here. So they got to El Greco, and one thing I wanted to mention earlier is that there was a particular guy that came for his batch eve on that trip, and his wedding was supposed to be the following week. He got stuck. He was part of the Jamaica 9. Guess what? This guy attended his wedding on FaceTime. It was sad. Very, very sad. Now, when the Jamaica 9 got to El Greco, they spent Christmas and New Year. You can imagine seeing fireworks flying and all of that, and seeing Dirty December in Nigeria while you're in isolation in Jamaica. So they schemed and schemed, and one disadvantage was that you can stop being contagious after 10 days and still test positive for the next 2 months, right? And that was a huge disadvantage because what money was going to sustain them all through. So they decided to arrange a result, a negative result from Nigeria. Now, by the time the result got to Jamaica, they were already at the airport. The result getting to Jamaica, I think there was a miscommunication, and whoever did the result put the time in future because they got to the till, and the time on the results was like 20 minutes ahead. But God saved them because they were a smart group and they were distracting the person at the till. So that person did not check the time, but she checked every other thing, and she let them go. They left Jamaica, Montego Bay, and got to Panama. It was another round of interrogations and big dogs, all of that going on. It was like a war zone. So embassies called embassies, and they let them stay in the airport. They slept on the floor, on the cold floor, for a day and a half. Now they did that, and they were able to get a flight to Turkey from Panama. They got on the flight, and it was a smooth trip. They got to Turkey, and the condition was a bit better in Turkey. At least there was a hotel on the strip side of the airport and all that. Now, they stayed in the hotel, and after like a day and a half, they finally landed in Nigeria. It was an excruciating trip and a painful one. But one beautiful thing that came out of it is the bonding. The Jamaica 9 bonded, and they're doing great in their different fields today. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm one of the Jamaica 9. And this is my story. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Please, can we give him a round of applause again? Guys, let's celebrate him. Thank you so much for getting to walk us through your experiences in Jamaica. Well done. And I believe we had a good time getting to learn from you, from your speech. And I believe I'm going to use the word of the day, extemporaneous. Your speech gave an extemporaneous vibe. Well done. So please, this is the love notes for this speech. And you can write down something for the first speaker. Please give your feedback. Don't forget to use the CRC method of evaluation, comment, recommend, comment. And we'll be passing it on to the speaker. And for our virtual audience, please also try to see how to use the comment section, the chat box, to share your feedback. And our speaker would be on the comment section to read your feedbacks on what he did well and how he can improve on his next speech. So our very next speaker, I'm going to be introducing our evaluator for our next speaker. And our evaluator for the second speaker is Toastmaster Francis Mukulu. He is an experienced accountant, a Triple Crown Toastmasters Award winner, an ACB and ALB holder. He loves to wear a smile so the world can smile back at him. When he's not balancing accounts, he loves to listen to alternative rock music and watch Arsenal Football Club. Please, with a virtual and physical round of applause, join me as we welcome Toastmaster Francis Mukolo to the virtual event for his evaluation. Toastmaster Francis, I think he's online. Toastmaster Francis, I think he's online.
Thank
Toastmaster
you.
Francis, I think he's online.
Thank
Toastmaster
you.
Francis, I think.
Thank you very much. It's a delight to evaluate Toastmaster Chidalu. You are doing well with your project. Congratulations. So you'll be doing active body language. And I'll quickly take the objective of your speech. The purpose of this project is for the speaker to deliver a speech with awareness of intentional and unintentional body language, as well as to learn, practice, and refine how to use nonverbal communication when delivering a speech. So all the best, Toastmaster Chidalu. Go nail it. Back to you, the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Francis Mukolu. Our next speaker, Toastmaster Chidalu, is a young mom and entrepreneur who has a passion for self-development and growth. She joined Toastmasters with the goal of acquiring the skill to become a great public speaker and leader. Toastmaster Chidalu will be speaking from the presentation mastery pathway. She will be speaking from level 2, project 2, and is expected to speak for a minimum of 5 and a maximum of 7 minutes. And our speech title is Thriving in 2025. Please, with a virtual round of applause and a physical round of applause, join me as we welcome Toastmaster Chidalu to the lectern as she presents her speech.
Good afternoon, distinguished Toastmasters and guests.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. The latest candidates of 2025. I am so thrilled to be back here as I welcome you all to a new year of endless possibilities, new opportunities, fearless speaking, and flawless speeches. I hereby invite you to join me on a journey as I explore what it truly means to thrive in 2025. Now, what does it mean to thrive? Tony Robbins, a famous motivational speaker and life coach, says, and I quote, "To thrive is to live a life full of purpose, passion, and fulfillment." Each and every one of us here in this room has the desire to thrive in different aspects of our lives, be it our businesses, our academics, our families, our workplaces, our society, our communities, and the list goes on. Now, what if I told you that in just 3 easy steps, you would not only achieve your goals faster, but you will thrive in 2025? Now, without further ado, join me as we dive into these 3 steps. Step number 1, write down your goals and objectives. See, it is one thing to visualize your goals and objectives, and it is another thing to put these goals and objectives to life by writing them down. I'm sure some of you are here and you feel discouraged. Oh, I've been writing down my goals and objectives for the past decade, and nothing seems to work. Oprah Winfrey, one of America's most influential women, says, and I quote, "The act of writing down your goals and objectives is the first step to making these goals a reality." You can start by writing down these goals every quarter, every month, or even every week. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles starts with 1 step. I was scrolling through my phone on the 1st of January, that was on New Year's Day, and I came across different statuses from my contacts. One of them was, one posted, "New year, new me." Another one posted, "This year, I'm going to be using my block button. I'm going to block all my bad friends." And then another one said, "This year, I'm not going to agree for anyone," which means I'm not going to take nonsense from anybody. You see, that is not the goal. What steps have you outlined to achieve this new year, new me that you're talking about? This year, we're going to be talking less and acting more. Step 2, dedicate at least an hour a day for personal development. We live in a world that is evolving at a very fast rate. And the knowledge you think you have today will become obsolete in a few years. I was talking to my beloved daughter the other day. So, by the way, she's always topping her class. And I started noticing that she started relaxing. I walked up to her one day, I said, "Madam, don't think you have arrived. Because where you stop, another person is ready to take over and outpace you." I was on social media the other day, Instagram to be precise, and I came across a post. It looked like they were having a marathon. So I'm going to do a brief demonstration. So let's say this is the finish line. And runner number 1 was just a few meters to the finish line. And I'm sure he must have thought to himself, "I've won the game. Let me just catwalk to the finish line. Look at the gap, it's so long. Let me just catwalk to the finish line." And to his greatest surprise, runner 2 not only got to the finish line before him, he got there at just a nanosecond of time difference. What am I trying to say?
When I drop one,
What am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? As a professional, be you a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, an architect, or even a Toastmaster, try to dedicate at least an hour a day. Some of us are busier than the president. Dedicate at least an hour a week for personal development and watch your life transform. The third and final step is prioritize your health. I cannot say this enough. You can have all these goals and objectives written down, but you would not achieve them if you don't have a sound health. Eat well, exercise more, take breaks, sleep well, do what you have to do now. Prioritize your health today so that your health will not become your number one priority tomorrow. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, in conclusion, let us be intentional about thriving in 2025. And remember, you extemporaneously can transform your life. So why not start today? Over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Can we please celebrate Toastmaster Chidalo one more time, please? Thank you. Yes, yes. Well done for your amazing speech delivery. We'll be moving on to our third and final speaker for today's meeting. First of all, I'd like to apologize for the blackouts that we experienced. Perhaps you are joining us outside the country. This is not our usual character. It just happened, and we are very sorry about it. Right now, the light is back, and we hope it won't happen again. We'll be moving on to our next speaker. And I understand on the meeting agenda, we have 4 speakers, but for some reasons, we'll only be taking 3 speeches for today. And our next speaker, I'm going to be calling on the evaluator for him to give us the speech objective for the third and final speaker. And our evaluator for Toastmaster Niran Omitayo is Toastmaster John Onumia. And Toastmaster John Onumia has been a member of Toastmasters since 2012. Toastmaster John is married with 2 children. He is the current president of Luminous Toastmasters Club. He is the past club growth director for Division F and a Triple Crown Award winner. Toastmaster John is a network marketer, an investor who loves to read, dance, draw, play volleyball, and meet people. Please join me with a virtual round of applause and a physical round of applause as we welcome Toastmaster John to read out the objectives for our next speaker.
Good afternoon once again, Toastmasters and guests. Our final speaker for today's meeting is delivering a speech titled Beacon of Hope. The purpose of this speech is twofold. First, for the member to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring. Is also to share some aspects of a previous experience as a protege. This means by no stretch of the imagination is this going to be an extemporaneous speech. Dear Toastmasters and guests, please bring out your pens, your notebooks to learn what mentoring means here at Toastmasters. Over to you, the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster John. I'd like to ask, how many of us have used this slip? The love notes. So we've had two speakers. Please, for the first speaker, there's a space for you to give your feedback. Then for the second speaker, please also give your feedback. And this is the third speaker. Please have the presence of mind to also give your feedback as well. Toastmaster Neron Omitaya is an astute business development executive in the energy sector. He is married to a beautiful wife. He is the current president of the prestigious Eagles Toastmasters Club. He loves to gist and watch nature. Life philosophy is for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Toastmaster Neron is speaking from the motivational strategies pathway from level 2, project 2. Is expected to speak for a minimum of 5 and a maximum of 7 minutes. And the speech title is Beacon of Hope. Please join me with a virtual and physical round of applause as we welcome Toastmaster Neron.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for that energy. It's beacon of hope.
Good.
An American author, Richie Norton, said something. He said, mentors change lives, but mentees change the lives of the mentors. Toastmasters has been a beacon of hope to many. We have a common denominator, and that common denominator is to be a better speaker. Not that we do not speak, but to be a better one. Because the enemy of good is better. I now add to that everybody speaks, but not everybody communicates. At Toastmasters, we are taught to be a better communicator. I remember when I first walked into Toastmasters in the name of trying to be a better speaker. I fell in love with the people. I fell in love with the club. I eventually made up my mind after 5 months, and I joined. After joining, I was assigned a mentor to take me through the journey. At Toastmasters, you are meant to be with your mentor for minimum of 6 months. After that 6 months, you are left to fly. Fortunately for me, I was given Toastmaster Babatunde Adegbede, DTM. For the sake of guests, DTM means Distinguished Toastmasters, which means you would have completed 2 different pathways, have contributed to the club, both have contributed to the organization, both from the club, the division, and to the area as well. He never had my time. But I made up my mind that I really want to learn from this person. I was now the pest. I pestered him, I disturbed him. After 1, 2, 3, or 4 occasions of having a relationship with him, I said, it is time for me to fly. Guess what? I flew. I fell down a couple of times. But I remained committed. I told myself, the reason why I'm here is to be a better speaker. Not that I wasn't communicating before I joined, but to be better at what I do. Ladies and gentlemen, I finished my pathways because of dedication. Then I now became a mentor myself. What I have realized over time is the fire of most proteges do go down when they are connected to their mentor. But you ask yourself why? Could it be pride? Or could it be life itself? The question is best answered by them. But when I was a protege, I never allowed things to deter me from what I wanted to get. Being a protege, you have a lot of work to do because it is you that wants to learn from that person. Speaking is a craft. It's not something that we brought from heaven or something that we genetically gotten from our parents. You have to learn the craft. After learning that craft, I went through the journey of adding icing to the cake. You ask yourself, what could that be again? Body language. Because a body language expert said 82% of our communication is how we arrange our cues. I can make you feel uncomfortable, then I can make you feel comfortable as well. Look at this gentleman, he just smiled. So definitely is comfortable. In mentorship, you have to also be available. In as much as you are busy, you have been given the task to help someone to grow. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, it's not only the protege that gets the benefit, also the mentors, the Toastmaster.
Thank you so much. Please, can we celebrate Toastmaster Niran one more time? Thank you so much. So that is our third and final speaker for today's meeting. I believe that you have picked up something, one or two things. I believe you must have learned something from their preparation and their presentation. So I'd like to say well done to every of the speakers who were able to put in the work, took the action, went through their Toastmasters pathway, got their speech objective, and came off stage to present their speeches. I believe that they did an amazing job. So please, for the final time, let's celebrate all the speakers that came off stage to speak today. Thank you and well done. And the next item for us is we'll be calling for votes. In Toastmasters, we celebrate people and we celebrate exceptional people. And at this segment, if you check this slip, there is a section underneath the leaf, and it's titled ballots. Please, who do you think is your most improved speaker? Is it the first speaker? Is it the second speaker? Please just put it there. Put it there, okay. And I also like to confirm from the timer if all the speakers kept the time. If they all kept the time. And I think a poll will be coming up online for those who are joining us online. A poll will be coming up shortly online for those who are joining us online. Please try and vote for who you think is the most improved speaker. So I'm going to go through their names again. Our first speaker is Toastmaster Olusegun Ibitoye. He spoke on the topic Jamaica 9. He took us to Jamaica. And then Toastmaster Chidalo Okabekwa. She spoke on the topic driving in 2025. She gave us a lot of nuggets on that. And then our third and final speaker is Toastmaster Neron Omitaya, who spoke on the beacon of hope. and who motivated us with the mentor and protege. I believe they were amazing in their delivery. So please vote for who you feel did justice to their speech. And this segment, we're going to move into the networking segment of our meeting, and we have just 5 minutes for us to network. And the way we're going to do the networking is for the virtual audience, someone is going to moderate the session. And Toastmaster Francis, can you please confirm you are still on the call with us?
Yes, I am.
Thank you so much. Please, can you help us welcome the guests online just for 5 minutes for the session?
Always at your service, Mr. President.
Thank you so much. So we would have the online parts handled by Toastmaster Francis. And then the physical part, please let us network. Let us walk up to somebody, know somebody's name. And also at the end of the networking session, I may call up on just one person to tell us if they were able to meet someone new. So please, your time starts now. Please, timer, please put 5 minutes on the clock so we can reconvene. Please feel free to network with somebody, know somebody's name. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, our online participants. I trust we've all enjoyed the meeting. So I think we have over 50 participants here. I don't know how we'll do the introduction. Maybe I will just start in alphabetical order. Your name, is it your first time at a Toastmasters meeting, and if you have enjoyed the meeting up to this point. Abigail Abungai, are you on the call?
Hi, hi.
Okay, please
Good afternoon.
proceed. Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Abigail Agbonai. Unfortunately, I just lost my voice due to the weather. So yeah, this is my second time being in a Toastmasters meeting. Somehow I just got the invite. I really do not know how. I haven't been to your meeting before, but I'm glad that I was here, and it was a good one. Thank you. I'm happy to meet all of
Sorry,
you.
what do you do? What do you do?
I'm a supply chain professional.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome. Nice to have you. Guest Ada, do you want to take the virtual lectern?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ada Onwudinjo. I'm a project manager. This is my very first time of attending the meeting, and it was really interesting and insightful. Thank you.
Thank you most kindly. So we have an extemporaneous part of the meeting coming up. So if you would like to speak, just notify. So you'll be called up. So one of the guests will be given the virtual lectern to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. Guest Ademola. Alvin Amarachi, would like to hear your voice. Okay. Ayokunle. I'll proceed to letter B then. Benedict.
Hi.
Ayokunle, go. Shoot, please.
Yeah, Yokunle Adochula. This is my first time at Toastmasters, and well, I'm a lawyer, partner in one of the law firms in Lagos. And I mean, it's been interesting listening to the speakers. Hoping that I'll join more of your meetings. Yeah.
Thank you most kindly. We have quite a number of lawyers in the club as well. We won't have a son. It will be a pleasure to have you as well. So I think Blessing is the Toastmaster. Benedict.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much. My name is Benedict Nkwo. I'm a HR consultant here in Lagos. I also have some opportunities to move around the country for my job. It's my first time joining you guys. I'm very, very happy. I tried to join in September, I think last year. I just couldn't make it due to activities. I enjoy these speakers, and I really hope to key into your activities more in 2025.
We hope so. We hope you will thrive in 2025. And as you journey around the world, hope you will not be caught up in Jamaica as well.
I hope so too. Thank you.
So, Boma, Buchi, okay, go on.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Toastmaster Boma Harrison. I belong to the AWN club, but this will be my fourth meeting. And I would say that this speech I'm giving is an extemporaneous one. And thank you for having me here.
Thank you for the introduction. I'll pass on to the grammarian that you use the word of the day while you doing your introduction. Well done. Buchi, are you here? Wow. The Toastmaster of the day is at the lectern already. So, Buchi, Catherine, I think we'll have time to do the introduction later during the meeting for those that have not introduced themselves. Buchi, Catherine, Charles,
Good
Chinedu.
afternoon. Good afternoon,
Okay, go on.
everyone. My name is Folawe Ajoni. I'm a client relationship expert. This is my second time joining. I think I joined physically in 2023. So I got an email about the meeting today, so I decided to join virtually. Thank you.
Thank you as well. You're most welcome.
All right, thank you so much.
So thank
Okay,
you
please,
all. So we'll have to join the meeting room. So later we'll continue with the introduction. This remains Seaside Toastmasters Club, one among many communication and leadership club we have in Lagos, Nigeria.
All right, please, can we settle down now? It's 5 minutes. Can we please settle down? Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please settle down? All right, yes, thank you. We are doing an amazing job here. Please, let's get seated. Yes, thank you so much, and welcome back to the second phase of our meeting. Thank you for the networking session that is currently still ongoing. And we look forward to everybody getting to settle down, begin our meeting. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'd like to welcome back everyone, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Now we're going into the most interesting part of our meeting. Now, we were in the initial part, which was structured. Now we're no longer going to do the structured thing. We're going to do the spontaneous thing. And in this part, it's called the table topics segment of our meeting. And what is table topics? Table topics is when we get to call people up to speak off the cuff. Now, people don't have to prepare to speak. That is what table topics is all about. And it means that we have to speak extemporaneously, right, without preparation. And this segment is dedicated more for guests. And I believe that we have seasoned guests that are going to shatter this lectern here and then leave us to go home smiling. At this point, I'm going to be calling on the table topics master, who is going to anchor this session. And our table topics master is no other person than a distinguished gentleman, someone who has flair and passion for personal development and growth. And he is happily married with 2 children, He studied computer science and he is currently completing an MSc in data analysis. He is a human resource professional who has been practicing for almost 10 years, and he has obtained certifications as well as an ACIPM, SPHRI, and recently CBAP. He is also a coach on HR Space and a member of Full Gospel Men's Fellowship. He loves going for short walks and the gym. He is a nature enthusiast. He also enjoyed reading novels in the past, but now he is more into self-development books. Please join me as I welcome Toastmaster Okechukwu Chibo as he takes over the lectern to handle the tabletop topic segment of our meeting. Please, with a virtual round of applause.
Thank you so much.
Toastmaster Chibo.
All right. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day. I'm sure, and good afternoon once again, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm sure we've all enjoyed wonderful speeches from all our speakers today, but I can assure you the best is yet to come, because this segment, to my own opinion, is usually the most exciting segment of every Toastmaster meeting. And why do I say that? The table topic segment is always filled with excitement. Individuals are given opportunities to make extemporaneous speeches and express themselves freely. So for those of us not familiar with table topic, you may ask, what is table topic? So table topic is all about impromptu speaking. You're given the opportunity to think on your feet and be spontaneous at the same time. So you're being given question that you've never come across, and you'll be speaking on those questions, or those you're being given a topic rather that you've never come across, and you'll be speaking on that topic for a minimum of 1 minute and a maximum of 2 minutes. And our timekeeper will be taking records of your timing as the meeting progresses. So opportunities will be given to fellow Toastmasters and our guests, even those that are joining us virtually, to take hold of this opportunity. So let's imagine ourselves today. Let's all imagine ourselves today as actors that are stepping into a live stage. Some of us may feel ready. Some of us may feel we are still rehearsing. But no matter the phase where we find ourselves, let's embrace the spirit of spontaneity. So without wasting much time, I'll be looking for volunteers from our fellow Toastmaster. So if there's any volunteer from our fellow Toastmasters, please indicate your interest. Toastmaster Kodus, are you still on the meeting? Can everyone hear me? Please confirm. Okay.
Very well.
Are there any volunteers from any of the Toastmaster? Or should I go ahead and call anyone?
Toastmaster Chidalu is volunteering.
Okay, fantastic. Toastmaster Chidalu. So in view of our theme for today, setting the stage, I'll be having questions from 5 categories. Toastmaster Chidalu, confirm if you can hear me.
Yes, please. I can hear you clearly.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, fantastic. So in view of our meeting, our theme for today, setting up the stage, I have questions categorized into 5 categories. And you'll be picking a question from any of this category. So I have spotlights, curtain, backdrop, props, and rehearsal. So you're meant to choose it from any of these category where your questions will be coming from.
Can you repeat the options again? Sorry.
Okay, not a problem. So I said I have 5 categories where questions will be emanating from. And the categories are in no particular order: spotlight, curtain, backdrop, props, and rehearsal.
Okay, I'll go with backdrop.
You're going with backdrop. Okay. So backdrop. So imagine you're giving a motivational speech to inspire others to set the stage for their goals. What is your key message? What is your key message? Did you get the question or should I repeat it?
You can repeat the question.
Okay, imagine you're giving a motivational speech to inspire others to set the stage for their goals. What is your message? What is your key message?
Thank you very much for the question. Okay, so if I'm given an opportunity to speak to my audience on setting the stage right, well, it is very similar to what I spoke about today, which is writing down our goals, dedicating some time for personal development, and prioritizing our health. And for me, the most important aspects of setting up any stage in your life is setting your goals right. Just as I said, just as I quoted Oprah Winfrey, one of the most influential women in the world, emphasized that setting our goals is the first step to making them a reality. So I would advise my audience to ensure that they visualize their goals, and they shouldn't stop there. They should take it a step further by putting down their goals and making them a reality. To me, that is the number one rule, strategy to setting up your stage in any aspect of your life. Thank you. I was not looking at the timer. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Chidalu. Timekeeper, did she keep to the timing? Okay. All right, so I'll be throwing it open more for other volunteers from our guests. If there's any guests amongst us that are physically present and who also want to partake in this exciting segment, please also indicate your interest so that we can call you up.
One volunteer is physically, and you can also
Okay.
call up people online.
Definitely.
When-
I'll be taking maybe 1 or 2 persons from the virtual
There is
session,
a
but
name, Kuye Dare has volunteered.
Kuye Dari.
Dare.
Kuye Dari. Okay. Kuye Dari, please. Can you come up onto the stage? Let's see you in person. Kuye Dari with us. Okay, Kuye Dari. I thought you were part of the physical audience. Okay, you're also part of those that will be that join us online. Kuye Dari, confirm if you can hear me from here. Can you unmute yourself, please? Kuyedari, I can see your camera turned on. Please unmute yourself so that we hear from you. We have a limited time and we are time constraints, so we appreciate if you're...
I think you can proceed. I'm not sure he's ready for us.
Okay. So are there any other volunteers, both online and physical?
Yes, please check your chat.
Okay. All right. So I have Femi, Jide, Udochi, and Oluseun. So is Femi available?
Yes.
Okay. Femi, are you joining us online? Or
No, I'm
okay, it's
joining
coming up physically. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. So Femi, are you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Femi, is this your first time on a
This is my
Toastmasters
first time.
meeting?
This is my first time, very first time.
Oh, fantastic. Thanks for the courage and giving us your time too as well. So like I mentioned earlier, we have 5 categories. Remember, our theme for today's meeting is setting the stage. So the questions will be coming from any of these categories I'll be mentioning once again: spotlight, curtain, backdrop, props, and rehearsal. So you have to choose one and get ready for the questions that come from it.
Yeah, I don't really know the difference between what you are saying. But whichever you repeat. So
No, you
sincerely, I
can
don't
pick
really.
anyone. The choice is yours.
So I know of rehearsals. Are you talking about preparation for the speech itself?
No, the questions are coming from the categories I mentioned. So if you choose rehearsal, for instance, you'll be getting a question from rehearsal. If you choose backdrop, you'll get a question from backdrop.
Okay, give me a question on spotlights.
Spotlights.
So what is spotlights? Explain to me.
Spotlight is where you're standing at the moment. So
Okay.
that is the focal point of the stage itself.
All right.
So, but the names of these categories are just chosen, not in any particular order, but just to relate with the theme we have for today. So you have nothing to worry about. So for Spotlight, I have a question for you on Spotlight. So imagine you are about to give the performance of your life. What's the one song that plays as you step onto the stage?
Can you come back with that, please?
Imagine you are about to give the performance of your life. What's the one song that plays as you step onto the stage?
What?
What is the song? What song that plays in your head
As in
as you
song.
step? Yes, a song. As you step
Yeah.
onto the stage. So remember, you have a minimum of 1 minute and a maximum of 2 minutes. So go ahead.
Okay. The song that came to my head would be that when you have opportunity to make impact, make most of it, because you might not have. That might be what will shoot you into the world. Just one speech. Great men have become recognized because of just one speech, one opportunity that we're given. It's a story of what's his name? This popular American preacher, Bishop T.D. Jakes. He said it was one message that he preached that made him all over the world. And I don't want to take it was just he was given an opportunity to make a speech somewhere. And somebody just spotlight one part of his speech, and it was repeated over and over again. And that was what made him become a very popular preacher. So what's placing in my head is an opportunity to showcase to the world, like Steve Vegas said something, that don't be the best secret kept to the world. The world want to listen to what you have. There are things that you have made up that the world, somebody there in the world really need it to move forward, need to take decision. So voice out what you have. What you have could be the solution to somebody's question, could be answer to somebody's question, solutions to somebody's problem, and it could be what the person needs to get the breakthrough that is required. So in my mind, I will see it as an opportunity to express myself and make impacts. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Femi. Thank you for stepping up into the spotlight. So we have other volunteers. I can see from my chat. Do we have Jide on the call? Is Jide available?
Right over here.
All right, welcome, Jide.
Thank
This
you.
your first time in any Toastmasters meeting?
It is.
It is. Okay, fantastic. Kudos for coming out.
Thank you.
And thank you for your courage also for that. So in view of our theme for today, setting the stage, I have questions in 5 categories, and you'll be picking any of these categories where your questions will be coming out from. So in no particular order, we have rehearsal, props, backdrop, cutting, and spotlight.
I'll go with
your
props.
Okay, props. Okay, for props, I'll be asking you this question. If you could play any character in a famous movie or book, who would it be and why? Remember, a minimum of 1 minute and a maximum of 2 minutes. So be conscious of your time.
That's a very interesting question. Thank you. Thank you very much. First of all, my name is Jide Olushesi. I am a finance practitioner, a CrossFitter, a father, and a husband. If I were to play a character in a movie, if I were to play somebody in the movie, I guess I'll choose somebody, first of all, who's Black, right? Maybe even Nigerian, because I'm Nigerian and I'm proud of everything African. I'm an avid watcher of movies myself, Netflix and the likes. But I'll say that one of my favorite characters, or one of my favorite actors would be Ramsey Noah, right? I mean, you might say I look like him because we're both good-looking guys, if I do say so myself. So yes, I would pick him. In terms of character that I would play, I'm not sure what that would look like, but in terms of the actor, I would like to be someone like him. He plays everything, really. Bad boy to the bad guy to the bodyguard and all of that. So that's my answer to the question. I hope I captured it properly.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jide.
Thank you.
Did justice to it, and you made an extemporaneous speech as well, because you came unprepared, and that is what this segment is all about. So thank you very much. So because of time constraints, I'm sorry to burst your bubble for those that have indicated interest to volunteer. So we're drawing the curtain here. So, but I want to thank you all for stepping into the spotlight and owning the stage. And you all prove that the stage is wherever we choose to make it. So thank you for your energy and your creativity. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Table Topics Masters. Please, can we celebrate Toastmaster Chibo for the amazing Table Topics segment? Please, yes, celebrate him, celebrate him. Thank you so much. And we had an amazing session with you as the table topics master. Now we'll quickly move on to the final segment of our meeting, which is the evaluation segment of the meeting. And before then, I think we need to vote. We need to vote for the table topics participants. For those who participated, we need to vote for the best speaker. So there is a slip. There's a slip. Please, we have Toastmaster Chidalu and yes, we have Toastmaster Chidalu who spoke, and I think I need to get there. Mr. Femi and Mr. guest Jude. Please vote for who you think did justice to the deliveries that were given. And I also like to apologize to those who volunteered to participate. We're sorry, but we're trying to see how to meet up with time. And we have other segments for our meeting. And I'd like to encourage you, perhaps in our next meeting, we'll take your name specially and then give you the opportunity. Thank you so much for the understanding. So please vote, and we'll quickly move on to the next segment of our meeting. And that segment, I'm going to be calling on the general evaluator to anchor that segment. He has been duly introduced. And please, with a round of applause, join me as I welcome the general evaluator, Toastmaster Ibrahim Ajam, for the completion of the.
Thank you very much, Mr. Toastmaster of the day. Good afternoon once more, Toastmasters and guests.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. And now we're in the main phase of the evaluation segment of today's meeting. And we'll be starting with the evaluation of the prepared speech. The first person I'll be calling onto the lectern to evaluate a speech is Toastmaster Kudus Adebayo. He's our VP, and he has been duly introduced before. He'll be evaluating the speech of Toastmaster Olusegun Ibitoye. With a resounding applause, join me in welcoming to the lectern first prepared speech evaluator for today, Toastmaster Kudus Adebayo. Applause, please.
Now I've confirmed that people like it. Invigorating, you do not clap. Resounding, you do not clap. Thank you. Thank you very much. I told you Toastmaster Olusegun will drop nuggets. And he did. When he came, every time we hear, when you want to speak, infuse humor. When you want to speak, you can start with a question. But you know what he did? He started with both. Well done, Toastmaster Olusegun. He started with humor, and then he followed with, imagine this talk on an island. When he said that, I started imagining it. Your hand gestures. And looking at the purpose of your speech is body language. I think you showed your hand gestures were apt. You kept moving them, and it was purposeful, especially from the middle of your speech. I think from the beginning you were struggling a bit. It was good, but it was not as good. But from the middle of your speech to the end, it was apt. Well done, Toastmaster. My recommendations for you, it's a speech on body language. I don't expect you to stand behind the lectern. You could have been here. Those hand gestures, you would have shown us more with your body if we see your full body. But you stood behind the lectern throughout the speech. I think you had opportunities to show us different styles. When you said 9 out of 10, you could have 9 out of 10. You know, you didn't even say out of 10. If you had added out of 10, then would have been, 10 people went for a test, 9 of them came back positive. That would have been huge. But someone who do not even remember that you mentioned 10, would not know the gravity of what you're talking about. When you say attended his wedding on FaceTime, you could have put a kind of shock your face so that at least we will connect with you emotionally. And one thing I would add is, if you had started with, I traveled with 9 of my friends to Jamaica, we would have been interested from the beginning of the story. We would have wanted to listen to you. What happened to you? What happened to you? What happened to you? When you were tested positive for COVID, we would have felt pity for you. It would bring the audience closer to you than when it was like you were telling us a story about someone else, and in the end, we now got to know that it was you. At that time, I wanted to go back in time so that I can hear the speech from the beginning and actually feel. But you robbed me of that emotion. So I would have loved that you put that into your speech going forward. Another commendation is you gave us a powerful message of bonding. I can't say the time. I don't know if I've showed the time. You gave us a powerful message of bonding, and that was very good. In summary, you started with humor. You started with a question. Your hand gesture was good. I think you could have done more with body language if you didn't stand behind the lectern. I think you could have told us that it was your story. You had a lot of opportunities to show show your body language, which you didn't take. You gave us a powerful message of bonding. Toastmaster Olusegun, please keep speaking. And let me add, I love your voice. Over to you, the General Evaluator.
Thank you very much for that very elaborate evaluation of Toastmaster Olusegun's speech. Our next evaluator for today will be joining us online. He is a Seaside icon, he is an experienced accountant, a Triple Crown Toastmasters Award winner, an ACB, Advanced Communication Bronze, and Advanced Leadership Bronze holder. We don't know whether he loves to wear Prada or Gucci, but he loves to wear a smile, so the world can smile back at him. And when he's not balancing accounts, he loves to listen to alternative rock music and watch Arsenal Football Club. With a resounding applause, join me in welcoming to the lectern virtually Toastmaster Francis Mokolo.
I don't know whether the applause is raining the air there, but I have to applaud myself. If you don't praise yourself like the legendary lizard, who will? So thank you. In similar light, can those of us in the physical space applaud Toastmaster Chidalu like I'm doing now? Thank you very much, Toastmaster Chidalu. We enjoyed your speech. Thriving in 2025. We're really doing well in the path you have chosen for yourself. Presentation mastery. Pleasant words to welcome us into 2025. I, for once, imagined you were a poet, a flourishing, a fascinating, a fantastic 2025 you wished us. Thank you again and again. A warm, a very receptive smile to endear your audience to you. Very well done. And it shows again that you are relaxed and confident and ready to shoot. So you told us what it means not to thrive. You told us what it means not to be exceptional by when we go with the usual, the regular phrases or themes for the year. Like when you mentioned someone that said, I'm going to block everybody, someone that has not added value to my life. The popular phrase of 2023, I no go agree for anybody, which means I won't take it easy. I'll go headlong. After all these, you went headlong into what it means to thrive in 2025. And you gave us 3 instances or 3 reasons how and why we should thrive in 2025. Said we should write them down, right? And you did. You showed us the sign. You said we should dedicate an hour to personal development. You said we should also prioritize our wealth for they say health is wealth. Your speech was replete with relevant stories, anecdotes, quotes, Oprah Winfrey, and so on. It also gave us an instance of where you admonished your daughter not to relent. Areas of improvement. This speech is basically about unintentional and your non-verbal communication. With the verbal communication, projection, you were excellent, even with your pronunciation, journey, well-planned, driving, but non-verbal, your pacing became rampant. Maybe you move at a point when it is your intention to give a particular message. Maybe at point one, you pace towards the side of the room and you come back when you are to delve into point two. The folding of the hands, your hands were like this at intervals. You can watch that. Runner two, I wanted to see runner two. Eat well, eat well. You were all on it. You gave instances where you were on your point three. Why we should prioritize our health. Eat well, relax, meditate. So they were all on the same finger. Maybe you should learn to move. You should become conscious of your speaking environment, of the speaking room, and eat well. You exercise. You learn to relax. You move the hands. And you clapped the hand at the end as you waited for the general evaluator to come take over. Take notes that everything you do outside of what comes out of your vocal cavity matters. You should learn to reinforce your message. Take us back to the 3 point. If I'm to ask the room, how many of us remember the 3 points Toastmaster Chidalu gave? Are we sure a number of us will remember? So as a speaker, bring us back to where you started and tell us what you have told us. Your conclusion a little abrupt and you struggled. I know it is not an extemporaneous speech, but you struggle with the word of the day, extemporaneous, that I'm doing now. All they say, well done, and you did well. Look forward to your next project. The general evaluator.
Thank you very much, Tim Francis. That was a very well detailed evaluation. Thank you. And with that, we'll be moving on to the next evaluation for today. And that'll be delivered by Toastmaster John. He has been initially introduced, so I don't need to use them again. So with a resounding applause, join me in bringing to the lectern Toastmaster John Onumiya. Okay.
Dear Toastmasters and guests, did we learn something about mentoring at Toastmasters? Yes? Show of hands. Toastmaster Niron, you achieved your objectives. Please, can we put our hands together for Toastmaster Niron? Just as eating does not commence from when you put the food in your mouth, it actually starts from when you smell it as well as see it. Speaking does not commence from when you utter those first words. What people see impacts their impression of what you say. Because we're impeccably dressed, we had that idea that this person probably has something salient to say. Well done there. You started with a powerful quote. Stated, mentors change lives, mentees change the life of the mentors. In my mind, I was doing this. Deep, deep. What you did there, you borrow from the power of the person who created the quote without having to create it yourself. It's a skill speakers need to learn to utilize. Some areas that I would have loved you improved upon. As you approached the lectern, for whatever reason, you were not smiling. Even when you came here, you still were not smiling. I would have loved, just as you put on that lovely garb, you also put on your face that lovely smile. You're a handsome married man, just like Jide over here. Show it. Smile. Be warm. When you do that, the audience wants to pay more attention to your speech. I was sitting here, from my perspective, you didn't really project. I stood up and I asked people at the back and they confirmed it. Toastmaster Niron, you are not speaking for yourself. You are speaking for the audience, project, and use vocal variety because they can feel what hopefully you felt. And people remember more through emotions than anything else. Similarly, because this is not your only audience, you had the virtual audience as well, you need to be aware of them. You made it so challenging for them. You went there, our president had to, he had to keep turning this all the way here and all the way. Toastmaster Neron, please be aware of your audience. Both, all of, in fact, there were more people online. At a point, over 50. We're not up to that here. Personally, I would have loved that you used a specific experience. Your mentor didn't have your time. When I was delivering my first speech, I called him 4 times. He ignored me. He promised that he'll get back to me. It was after I was done with the speech that he said, well done. Next time, maybe we can meet. Come on, mentor. I would have loved that specific experience. Nonetheless, I love that you told us generally about what your first mentoring experience was like. You added a dash of humor. I thought you were going to tell us how he took you by the hand and propelled you forward. You said, he didn't have my time. And finally, you had a clear structure that was very easy to follow. I look forward to more speeches from you. The general evaluator.
Thank you very much, Team John, for that wonderful evaluation, as always. Now we've had speech evaluations from 3 different evaluators. Now we're going to take a vote for who we consider to be the best evaluator for today. But first, before we take the vote, I would like to confirm the timing report from our timer. What does this mean? What? I kept the time. Fantastic. So look at our, what's it called? The love note, the voting slip, the ballot slip. Yeah. Which of the 3 evaluators do you consider to be the best evaluator for today? The first evaluator was Toastmaster Kudus Adebayo. Our second evaluator was Toastmaster Francis Mokolu online. And the third evaluator was Toastmaster John Onumiya. Whichever of the 3 you consider to be the best evaluator, kindly vote for them. Let's take 30 seconds for that. Okay, while that is ongoing, we would like to move on to the next agenda, which is the evaluation of the table topics. And the person that will be evaluating the table topics for today has already been introduced. His name is Toastmaster Francis Mokolu. With a delightful applause, join me in bringing it to the lectern once again. Toastmaster Francis Mokolu.
It's a pleasure to appear on your screen. I think I will, to be right to say this is an extemporaneous speech. It's a form of evaluation, not a prepared speech. So thank you once again to the Table Topics Master for aligning the equations with setting the stage, the theme for today's meeting. 2 minutes of fame, your opportunity to thrive and be famous and go to Jamaica if possible. That is what we give to you in the Table Topics segment. And Toastmaster Chidalu took it. She came up, she volunteered. I think at first, when she mentioned, when the Table Topics Master inquired, are you ready? Some form of this content, but I think she went along immediately and set the stage for what was a thrilling table topic section. A motivational speech. You are a motivational speaker, I can tell, Toastmaster Chidalu, even your speech today. You took time, but you went headlong into the details of your speech. I think maybe you yourself and Toastmaster Chibo had a pre-plan on the topic because it aligned greatly with the speech that you gave today. Areas of improvement, maybe a personal story on some form of motivation, how you were motivated or somebody motivated you to go headlong and set the stage, and learn to reinforce your message, as I said earlier. Thank you, Toastmaster Chidalu. Our speaker number 2, Femi, performance of your life, one song. I wanted to hear Aro Kelly. I wanted to hear Celine Dion. I wanted to hear Burna Boy, or one motivational song. but you gave us a motivational speech. Very well done. Use the opportunity you were given to make impact. All the same, you did well. As it is said in table topics, if you find it difficult to align with the question you were given, walk around the question and shoot and be famous within the 2 minutes allotted. Some areas of improvement, you heard the lectern. I was scared the lectern was going to collapse. You heard it with so much grip and power. Learn to feel, use your hands and gesticulate. Intending Toastmaster Femi. One chance in words and not in song. Next time, learn to sing and go on with your motivational speech. Intending Toastmaster GD, one actor and role to perform. You did exceptionally well. You know how it works. You use the introduction, told us your name to buy some time so you can have ample time to think about what you will say. Very well done. And you went headlong. You mentioned the name of the actor. You also infused humor with your looks and all. Maybe to buy some time because it's 2 minutes of fame. You have some time. You would have told us a scene from that your actor, a movie that your actor played. Tell us the name of the movie and a very humorous or any story whatsoever that your actor featured in, and lesson morale you gathered from that particular movie. That will help you. Also learn to limit your ums and ums. You have humor, and like I mention a favorite movie of your actor and how it sings with you. Very well done. And for our table topics master, for future outings, be more extemporaneous, save us time, and go into different DMs and pinpoint individuals so we can fast track the art of extemporaneous speaking. Thank you very much, the general evaluator. We can't hear you again. I think we have lost the audio.
Hello?
Please confirm if you can hear me online.
Loud and clear
Online.
now. Over.
Oh. Okay, and like I was saying before the break, I commended the use of invigorating sound of applause earlier. And to our first speaker, TM Olusegun, I also commend the use of surreal while he was delivering his speech. TM Shegun, your story was enthralling. You delivered it in a way that captivated our attention. well done to that. You're a good storyteller. But I also want to say that the use of excruciating and painful, you don't use them in close proximity because they are repetitive when you do that. And excruciating is extremely painful. Once again, I commend your speech delivery. Well done. I'd also like to commend TM Chidalu, our second speaker. I commend the use of obstinate. That's a way of making people learn new words when you're speaking. Well done. I also commend TM Nero for his good use of English language while he was delivering his speech. And then to the word of the day, our first speaker, TM Olusegun, attempted extemporaneous. Our second speaker, TM Chidalu, attempted extemporaneous. TM John also used the word. TM Okechukwu. And for our online participants, we had TM Boma. And I also want to commend TM Francis because he attempted the word severally. Finally, maybe you would permit me to say that our table topics session can now be termed extemporaneous session because it's a session you don't prepare for. Thank you once again for having me. Back to you, General Evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you very much, TM Oluwatosin. And congratulations on delivering your very first ever grammarian report as a Toastmaster. A round of applause for her, please. And next, we'll be taking the report from our timekeeper for today, Diola.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Good afternoon. Okay, so our speakers were supposed to speak for 5 to 7 minutes, and they all did well. TM Olusegun spoke for 6 minutes 31. TM Chidalu spoke for 7 minutes 7 seconds, and TM Nero 6 minutes 6 seconds. And for the table topic, TM Chidalu spoke for 1 minute 18 seconds. TM Guest Femi spoke for 1 minute 47 seconds, and then Guest Jide, they spoke within the allotted time. He spoke for 1 minute 11 seconds as well. So they all did where they spoke within the allotted time frame. General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, our timer for today. But you did not give us the report for the evaluation. It's okay. Thank you very much. A round of applause for him, please. And the next role player we'll be bringing to the lectern will be joining us virtually. She's our accountant for today. Her name is TM Blessing Popola.
Thank you, General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Here is my encounter report for today. I must commend all the speakers. They did very well. But I also noted that TM Olusegun had some repeated words like "and" 4 times. You can imagine 2 times. And "so" 2 times. The second speaker, which is Chidalu, was flawless. I must commend her. Throughout her speech, there was no repeated words. For TM Nero, he had just 1 repeated word, which is birth. And for all the evaluators, they were actually flawless. For the table topic speaker, TM Chidalu and TM Femi was flawless. but TM had M and R so many times in his speech. That's the report from me. Back to you, the general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tim Blessing Popola, and also to you as well. Congratulations on delivering your first ever account report at Toastmasters. Well done. And with that, we've come to the end of the evaluation segment. But before I go back to my seat, I would like to deliver the general evaluators report. So I'm going to be highlighting the things that we did well during the meeting and the things that we can improve upon. The meeting started at 1:05 p.m., which is not bad at all, but we like to be on time at Toastmasters, so we recommend that we always try to start exactly by 1 p.m. The meeting agenda was made available at the start of the meeting to the role players and also to the audience. There was presence of branded Toastmasters materials outside to guide the guest inside, and that's very good. The role players were available and they were on time. The theme of today's meeting was setting the stage, which was appropriate because it speaks to preparing ourselves for the opportunity that abounds this year. The flow of the meeting was nice. The Toastmaster of the day did a very good job in explaining the theme of the meeting and setting the tone for the rest of the meeting. The role players were all enthusiastic. The quality of prepared speeches were really nice. We had Beacon of Hope, Thriving in 2025, and of course, Jamaica 9. The table topic session was really nice. We volunteer, even though we couldn't really get to have everyone speak. But maybe next we'll get to speak. The quality of the evaluations of the prepared speeches were top-notch. The table topics evaluation was as well of very great quality. Now, I would like to appreciate our members joining us online because they all had their video on and their internet was very good and allows the flow of the meeting to be very positive. Now, speaking to the things that we can improve upon, and I'd like us to pay attention, Club Escos. I think that we have a branded material outside, which is good. I think we also need one as well inside here to give us a backdrop that we can take pictures against at least. We also, I think we need to do more publicity in-house. I know we do a lot of outside, but also in-house. We need to post more information about our club meetings on the Seaside Toastmasters Club WhatsApp group. That's something we need to work on. Also, with regards to the audio interruptions from the online meeting, we need a Zoom master permanently staying on Zoom, whether online or physically, so that if there's any unnecessary audio, we can always Zoom them, mute them from our end here. I think every other aspect of the meeting went well, but I'd like to comment on the topic session because we do understand that at Toastmasters, and I understand that if topics master is playing the role for the very first time, I felt like the session could have gone more precise and more smoothly if we had pay attention to who do we want to volunteer and come and speak. I think we spent too much time on the guest, Kuya Dare. If he's available, he speaks. If he's not available, we move on to the next person because we have time to work with. And also with respect to the theme of the topic session, like spotlight, backdrop, rehearsal, it sounds a little bit vague to some of us, and I think we could use PowerPoints to emphasize what we're expecting our audience to decode from these themes. So I think all in all, we had a fantastic meeting. All the role players were enthusiastic and they seem to know what they're doing. And I'd like to commend all the role players for playing their roles very well. And thank you to Toastmasters, the Club ESCOs for having me as the general evaluator. That said, I would like to hand over the control of the meeting back to the Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster Olubemwade.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Please, can we celebrate him one more time? Yes, so this is how we do our thing at Toastmasters. We get feedback. We believe that feedback is the only ingredient that can help us to become better. And we appreciate how well we have been able to be very good audience, how well we were engaging, how well we participated in the course of the meeting. And I'd like to finally mention that the theme of our meeting is setting the stage. I'd like us to have a beginner's mindset. This is 2025. This is a new year. None of us has been in 2025. Or is there anybody that has gone before us ahead of time? So none has been to 2025. Let's have the beginner's mindset. So I was doing a research and I saw a quote that resonates with me. And the quote was made by Shunryu Suzuki. And he said, in the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities. But in the expert's mind, there are a few, right? So when we have a beginner's mindset, our minds are broad, our minds are open to a lot of opportunities that we can seize and be able to maximize our new goal.
Wow. I think his phone has gone off. Let me try to reach out to them at the meeting room. Thank you for the notice, Mr. Sergeant at Arms. So while we wait to reconnect, I think it should be if we continue our extemporaneous speaking by asking where I stopped. So Godwin Uhuma, are you on the call?
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Godwin Umago. I'm a mechanical engineer by profession. I live in Port Harcourt. It has really been a good time being in this section. This is actually my first time, and I don't even know how I got the prompt. It just popped out on my emails and left me. So thanks to
this segment of the meeting.
the
We
team.
apologize for
Thanks.
the laptop went off. We're not charging the laptop, so audio got lost from the people. But we have somebody, a competent hand online, put over from there. So now is the final segment where we get to celebrate exceptional people who were able to put in the work and were able to come up stage, present, speak, and give us their best. And I'm going to begin with the prepared speech segment. I'd like to call on the Vice President of Education to please give us the result, our INEC chairman for today's meeting. So the results are ready. And for the prepared speech segment, we have our winner who you voted for, and our winner is Toastmaster Nera Nomitayo. Please give me a round of applause. Toastmaster Nera Nomitayo. For some reasons, he said he had to join the meeting and he had to leave immediately after his speech. And for our table topics winner, we have a guest. A guest won the table topic session, and his guest today. So yes, please come on. So we have our paparazzi that want to take picture. Yes, then you give me a handshake. Yes, congratulations. Yes, congratulations. Thank you so much. And then for the evaluation segment of our meeting, we have someone here who is already a familiar figure in Toastmasters meeting, and is no other person than Toastmaster John Onoya. Please give me a round of applause. Thank you so much, Toastmaster John. Yes, congratulations, sir. Congratulations always, and thank you so much. Yes, so that is going to be the final segment of our meeting. We'd like to celebrate our grammarian, and we'd like to celebrate our counter. This is the first time they are playing these roles. We also like to celebrate Toastmaster Chibo as well. They did exceptionally well, and we would like to say thank you for stepping up to play these roles, and we look forward to you getting to play more roles in Seaside Toastmasters Club. By the power vested on me as the president of the Seaside Toastmasters Club, I thereby declare this meeting adjourned to next week, being 18th of January 2025. So we look forward to getting to see you all, and we have cake. Please sit back because we're going to entertain you with cake. And if you are a guest, we have our immediate past president who is going to give us, who is going to talk to us a little bit on more details about Toastmasters. So you may wish to please stay back, and he's going to address us, our immediate past president. So feel free now, the meeting is closed. Thank you so much.
So for the online participants, so we can just quickly conclude the introduction while I give us a brief info on Toastmasters, those that are willing to stay behind. So let's just quickly wrap up. I think we stopped at Godwin. Okay, Blessing is a Toastmaster. I see my participant list. Okay. So can we have Chinedu Onwuka? Guess Chinedu Onwuka.
Sorry, I can't turn on my video, but yeah, my name is Chinedu Onka, and I am a pharmacist. It is my second time joining Seaside Toastmasters. I am a Toastmasters member, but it's my second time joining here. And tonight's this afternoon's meeting was enjoyable. I liked the coordination, and I liked the participation and the level of engagement from everybody present. I look forward to attending other meetings and connecting with other people here. But yeah, had a good time today. Thank you.
Sorry, you're a member of which club, please?
It is Pegasus Toastmasters.
In?
It is in the UK, actually.
Okay, wow.
Yeah,
Nice one. Nice one.
yeah, yeah.
So we have a Toastmaster, UK Labuchi. He left us. He, in
Oh,
quotes, in
nice.
Cooper Lounge, Japan. So he's from one of the clubs in, I think, Newcastle or so. It
Yeah,
is a
that's
pleasure to
good.
connect with you, my pharmacist.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll come
that'll
for
be good.
some
Yeah.
consultation in your DM. I have a small headache here.
Won't be a bad
A
idea.
pleasure. Thank you. So the next guest, Amarachi, are you with us? Okay. Tochukwu Ezenwaka. I think next Buchi Wosu, Jane Umberia.
Good afternoon. My name is Jane.
Afternoon.
Yeah, I'm a chartered accountant. I don't know how my email, how the circulation came through. I don't know, but I just saw this email and out of curiosity, I decided, let me see what's happening here. So, my first time. Thank you.
You are welcome as well. Good to know. I finally seen someone in my profession. You're welcome, man. So we have Tolulope Osinere. Okay. Olayinka Dosumu. Are you still with us? Guest Oluchi Odimuko. Pardon me. You can help with the pronunciation when you take control of the virtual lectern. I think you've been very active, guest Oluchi, and please take this moment and let us hear your voice. Guest Oluchi. So any other guests that I have not introduced or called out the name, please take control of the virtual mic and speak. Okay, there is none for now. So this is to especially appreciate every one of you that attended today's meeting. So the purpose of every Toastmasters Club is to make individuals, members, and guests better communicators and leaders. I think it was Tom Peters, an American author, that said, communication is man's panacea to everything. So whatever the issue is, communicate at work, in the family, wherever, communicate. And how then do we learn the art of communication, if not at a formal setting, in a friendly and favorable environment where no one is to judge you? And that is what we do at Toastmasters. What we do, we just provide feedback. You are not bound by the feedback provided by your evaluator. It's a formal guide, some suggestions on areas of improvement. So that is what we do. And we have over 14,400 clubs all over the world. Toastmasters celebrated 100 years last year. 1924, October 24th, 1924, and we had a grand ceremony last year to commemorate 100 years of our existence. Those masters have been touching lives. I don't want to bore you with my story of before and after Toastmasters. So if you have the opportunity, please try and be a member. So thank you once again to our guests. So the next meeting is next Saturday. It will be strictly online and you will surely get the link. So I think we should come prepared as guests so we can speak extemporaneously. So you can pen down your name during the course of the meeting with the any myself or any other Toastmaster that you would like to give it a shot. Okay, I have seen the equation in the comment section. So you can be a member by enrolling. So we have different clubs and they have different fees. So for Seaside Toastmasters Club, my club. So we charge because of the club is affiliated to the global body, Toastmasters International in the UK. So our fee is $120 and 10,000 naira. We remit, I think, about $110 to Toastmasters International, and the fee is per annum. $120,000, and we have 10,000 naira for club administration. So for the 10,000 naira is for administering the club. Like for those on site now, a lot of things is going on. I don't know why they have decided to show us the virtual lectern still, because a lot of eating, marrying, drinking, dining goes on at every meeting. And the extra fees that members pay are usually channeled towards that. So that is for the 10,000 naira. Why the out of the $120, $110 goes to Toastmasters International as membership dues. And that is for a year. So any other question from our esteemed guests?
Do you meet every weekend?
So we meet 2 times in a month. That is the minimum meeting time by Toastmasters. So first and second Saturdays. So we have other clubs that do first and fourth, others do second and third, as the case may be. So the Seaside is one, like the final speaker, the club, Eagle Toastmaster Club. They are the first club in Nigeria, formed in 2004, and the club gave birth to Seaside, my club. So theirs is the same venue, Echo Hotel, from 10 a.m. to noon. Then we continue from 1 to 3. Then another club takes over, Victoria Bay Toastmasters Club, 4 to 6. So it works for all different, like people, a number of members mentioned, no, we usually go for O1 Bears, O1 Bear local balance parties. So most times by 4, they just join the final meeting of the day. So it depends on what works for you. We have a club in Ikeja, 3 clubs in Ikeja. We have in Sulere. We have quite a number on the island. Seaside is one. We have at Lighthouse, just behind Law School at Deola Hopewell. So for some of our members that are not in the country there, we have decided to have hybrid meetings to inculcate them. But most times we gather at Echo Hotel because for some members, they would like that personal feel and touch, not looking at the screen. Because I know some of us, we have our teas, one of us are even snacking somewhere behind. But for a physical meeting, we get to see and connect more. So any other question? I think you can take the mic and speak if you have a question. We would like to personally connect with you and your voice. Okay, there's none for now. I want to especially recognize seasoned Toastmasters. I can see they can't really hide because I know them. Toastmaster Igolo is here. Toastmaster Ime Basi, one of the clubs in Abuja, one of my mentors as well. I say hi to you. And if you don't mind to say a word or two before we call it a wrap. Your smile will not help you. Toastmaster Iguru, I would like to hear your voice.
Because Master Francis, it's a new year. You don't have to call me outside, you know. But anyway, Happy New Year, everybody. Thank you for a wonderful meeting. It was very enlightening, even though I didn't try any extemporaneous speaking today. Maybe the next time I would. Cheers for your first meeting of the year.
Well done. You just did. You just spoke extemporaneously. Well done. Toastmaster Ime Basi. Okay, I'm not sure she's ready to speak extemporaneously. So thank you all. Thank you for your time. Please enjoy the rest of your weekend. So if you have further questions, I guess we all filled the attendance sheet. If not, I think I've dropped my number. Any further questions, you can reach out to me. If it's something I cannot answer, I will pass on to the club executives to answer. So thank you. It's a great pleasure to have met quite a number of seasoned professionals I met a pharmacist, I met a chartered accountant, engineer. The list is endless. So let's continue to enjoy the rest of our Saturday and let's continue to set the stage. And I wish you all a thriving, a fascinating weekend as well as a fascinating year. Goodbye, everyone.